That was a big bass that just jumped over there. Good morning, everybody. Whew. At a familiar place here, kind of huffing and puffing. Went across the lake. No long intro today. Happy to be out. It's a weekend. First week of school is in the books. It is a great week at school. Let's see if we can have a great day of fishing. Gonna skip some shallow areas and go right to kind of a productive shore here. I may even start out a little bit. The early bite with a frog hasn't been great, but you know me, I'll probably try both. I'm gonna start out with the white chatterbait. It's actually somebody at the landing today, which was kind of cool to talk to him, and he's been out. I gave him some ideas, he gave me some ideas. That's what fishing's all about. All right, of course we got the frog tied on and an original white chatterbait with a electric shad power stinger. Let's see if we can get something going right off the bat here today. This lake, you just got to figure out what level the fish are at, like what depth they're hitting in. Then you can usually get a few. As it gets later, there's going to be a time when frogs are sought after. Maybe today's the day. As it gets later in the season, I should say. Fish on. All right. Good start. So noticing that the reeds are kind of shallow right now, threw out a little bit, and we got the skunk out of the boat. Always nice to get that first one. Lets you know that they're biting what you're throwing. Plus I'm seeing all kinds of like minnows and things, so I'm sure that's attracting some of the fish. And of course, just like you and me, those fish like a bigger meal. So let's see if we've got a trend started. You know, let's cover some ground. Let's put on the old buzz bait. I always say the buzz bait is the surface chatterbait. See if we can buzz a couple up early here. Oh my goodness. My goodness, my goodness, my goodness, what happened? That was a good hit. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Not too often you lose the shoot. The buzzbait, the leader, and everything connected to it. Oh. Well, we were chasing a splash, and we found it. Darn it. Topwater had one big hit over there where we lost our buzzbait, our leader, and everything else. So come back out a little bit from where we were fishing, try to hit right on the edge of the weeds. There we go. A little hit there. Northern showing me that the bait is edible. There we go. Slinger in. Alright. Followed by a northern and a bite. Maybe this kind of middle shallow area could be good. There we go. Another one. Let me find a little area here. What do you think? Sling them in? Yeah, we'll sling them in. Alright, getting there. Nice. Nice thing about a smaller lake where you know there's fish is just kind of find where they happen to be hiding at the moment. Right in there is where I had my bigger hit on the buzzbait. There we go. Alright. That's a better one. I don't know why I'm not using my net. Alright, that's getting there. Probably close to a 16-incher. There's one. All right. Oh. Northern. All right, we're having a little bit of a frenzy area here. That was a big bass that just jumped over there. That was a giant bass. I wonder if that's the bass that has my leader and it's stuck in its mouth or something. Wow. I'll have to zoom in on that one. A lot of times it's like, oh, maybe it was a carp. That was a giant bass. Frog out there as quick as I can. Get back to our other hot spot here. There we go. And northern. There we go. Polite northern, let himself off. Fish on. They're stacked over here. Another northern. Those Just gotta make sure the camera's running. That works best on a YouTube channel. There we go. I don't think it's a big one we saw. It's a nice one. There we go. Sling them in. All right. Action. Looking for the big one we saw jumping over here. Some good action this morning. You know, it took us a little while to dial in where they might be. And a couple northerns mixed in. One about 16 inches and a couple of pound and a halfers. Doing all right. I think since I saw that big one jumping over here, it might be worth bringing the frog brack through. All right, got a little wind curving around. Gonna work the frog all the way up there. I was hopeful off the point, but you never know. Sometimes there's fish that are just cruising back from the point. Gotta make it fall off those reeds just right. Throw it to the top, work it through, plop. And man, sometimes you just get that gigantic hit. Throw it out away from the point. There we go. A little further away from the point. All right. Probably second biggest of the day. Nice. Back on the board with a decent bass. Moving in with the frog. All right. Figuring stuff out this morning. Yeah, this lake, it seems like after I do one pass, the next time through, that's when the fish are showing up. Why do I get up so early, right? Not measuring today, not weighing today. I mean, if we get a monster, we will. But just kind of enjoying some fishing after a week of work. You guys can see if I missed any this way, and I'll see if you missed any that way. Yeah. Sounds like a plan. All right, I guess you could call it the first GoPro battery shower. We went all the way down like 2 or 3 times and back, and found a really productive area with the chatterbait. Had a big fish hit a buzzbait, and it just kind of came back to that area and saw a big old bass jumping. So the lake's got a little bit going on today. We got a boat there and a boat in the corner. I'm gonna go back towards the landing because earlier in the summer I had a lily pad field over here that was good for a couple of big bass. So let's see if we can find them again today. All right, we are coming up on the lily pads I was thinking about. Just because the fish are there one day doesn't mean they're there another day. Our theory the last time we were here is that they were escaping the sun. And this is a nice kind of round lily pad area, a little bit away from shore. Well, why not? Maybe they're there this morning. I believe the last time we fished, the wind was coming this way. So now it's coming this way. So we'll fish up that way. We should know right away if there's a fish around there. Love to crank it right in the middle, but I'm gonna fish on the edges first. So if there we go. Still got him. And there we go. I was gonna say we're gonna fish around the edges in case we get one in the, if we would get one in the middle, we'd push it over the edge and maybe spook the fish. So we got the edge one first, and it's a nice one. Look at that fish. All right. It's always nice when you make a move and it pays off right away. That is a good chunky bass. Just love catching bass on a frog. I mean, the way those bass hit it, that is some fun stuff. Last time this area had a couple in it, so I'm hopeful that today it will also. All right, time to get jiggy with it. All right, chatterbait seems to be a good option today. Although what caught the big fish so far? The frog. It's always the frog. All right, let's see if we can find an edge here. Find where they're hanging out on this side. This lake is pretty good. If you find one or two, you're gonna find quite a few. So we're just off of where I caught that nice bass in the lily pads. Maybe we got some hanging out just a little bit here, a little bit further out. There we go. Slow. Oh, that was a nice bass. All right. Darn it. Didn't feel like I got the greatest hook set because it was kind of an awkward, I just kind of slowed the bait down. Okay. Nice. Looked to be about a 3-pounder. There we go. Let's hope we got a better hook set on this one. Northern. We got our bass snack with a side of northern. Kind of an interesting area here. Oh, and fishy. Coming with me. Come. Wow. That was quite a jump. Nice fish. Nice fish. Woo! That guy loaded up and gave us probably the highest jump of the summer. All right. There we go, another great fish. Nice. You know, I got somebody kind of down towards the side that I fished later in the day. Got a boat on the shore that I fish the most on this lake. But sometimes, just sometimes, that might help you figure out some new parts of the lake. You know, everybody's been super nice. And fish on or no? Everybody's been super nice and kind of staying in their own areas, and when we pass, we're talking about what's working. Nice day on the water. There's another fish. Man, when we're finding fish today, there's a bunch of them in the area. Well, it's not a giant, but it's another bass. Kind of get an understanding of tournament fishermen when they're bringing their bass and they don't want them to jump, so they got their rod down or down in the water, because that's when a fish can shake the hook. You know though, when you have a YouTube channel, it's kind of fun when the fish jump. You can slow it down. See how acrobatic they are. Kind of one of my favorite things. There we go. I guess just let it sit for a minute. Good fish. Don't need 20 fish in the lily pads, but a couple of nice ones is always great. And that is a nice one. Look at that. Nice chunky fish right off the corner. Let it sit for just a second. All right. All right, there's the landing. Back at it for a few more casts. What a great day. Nice to just come out on a weekend. Had a few other boats on the lake. Everybody was sharing information and kind of staying out of each other's way. Makes for a good day of fishing. Didn't weigh or measure today, but got the goal of 80 inches. Got a couple of 18s, maybe a few 16s. Lost a couple of big fish. But man, what a great day. Nice day to be out here. I appreciate you watching this video, and I will see you on the next one.